Beth Menino and her husband Mike of Lawrenceville, Georgia, were eagerly expecting the birth of their second child. The due date was a month away. But on the evening of April 25th, 1992, they discovered that for all its joy and wonder, there's nothing predictable about having a baby.
That morning, she had started having some pretty hard contractions.
Are you okay, Meg?
Yeah.
We went on up to the hospital, but the nurses and the doctors said that, that she was not ready to deliver.
Mike.
Yeah.
The contractions aren't getting any better. Can you try going to the grocery store and getting me some juice, maybe something for the pain?
I jumped out of bed, and Megan and myself, we went on up to the grocery store. I didn't know that the clock was ticking.
Emergency 911.
Yes, I need an ambulance.
What kind of problem are you having there, ma'am?
I'm 36 weeks pregnant, and my water just broke, and I think I'm having it now.
Is anyone there with you,
No,
ma'am?
I'm here by myself. My husband's at the grocery store.
Okay, ma'am, have you had any contractions so far?
Yeah, I've been having them all day.
You've been having them all day?
The call came in to Gwinnett County dispatcher Bob Cooper.
We get OB calls quite often, but this was the first time for me, and I was very tense.
Okay, but you haven't seen any part of the baby or anything of that?
No. And I feel like I might need to push, but I'm going to try and hold on.
Okay, ma'am, you don't need to try to prevent the baby from being born. Where are you now?
I'm upstairs in my bedroom.
Okay, is this your first pregnancy?
No, it's my second. And with my daughter, as soon as my water broke, she was born like 3 months later.
Okay.
So I go quick when my water breaks.
You turn to the cards, and it basically instructs you in medical information on how to handle the situation. The answer she was giving me to the questions was pointing me straight up the page to imminent birth, imminent birth, imminent birth.
Okay, the ambulance has been dispatched, and they're en route. Just bear with me and stay with me, okay?
I just knew this was going to happen. I knew they sent me home.
It's going to be okay.
Have you ever delivered a baby?
No, but I think we can help you out if there's any problem.
Okay.
You just need to stay as comfortable as possible, okay?
Oh, right. Obviously coming from a man.
I know.
Oh, wait a minute. My husband's driving up now.
I got out of my side of the van, and I heard something tapping on the window. I just thought, hon, I'm coming as fast as I can with this juice and the aspirin, how bad do you need this stuff? Just as soon as I opened that door, she just started hollering. I just felt like just a chill kind of go up my spine.
A neighbor took Megan to her house to look after her.
I'm coming, hon. I raced into the bedroom, and I noticed that the phone was laying on the bed. And we lost contact. I was totally shocked. Whenever you have a birth like that and there's no medical assistance, you run the risk of losing the child. Come on, hon. Let's get on up. Let's get on up to the hospital. I says, Beth, let's get on up to the hospital.
Well, you just hung up on 911, Michael.
She just started screaming at me.
Get out of bed. I was just talking to them.
All right. She was saying some words that would make a man blush. She really was. When they had recontacted us, I immediately plugged in and took the call. I thought, okay, it's brass tacks time around here.
The ambulance is on the way. Okay. Make sure she doesn't have on any clothing below her waist, okay?
All right, she doesn't.
Okay, you need to go get 2 towels.
Okay.
And a shoelace to tie off the umbilical cord if the baby comes before we get there, okay?
Okay.
Go get those things for me and come back to the phone.
All righty.
We had asked the doctor when she was about 6.5 months pregnant that what if the baby delivered in the car on the way to the hospital? And he says, well, get a shoelace, put it up somewhere so you'll know where it's at, just in case. In my mind, I still couldn't imagine that for myself, that I was going to deliver this baby. I knew that 911 was going to get here on time.
All right,
I got him.
Okay, sir. She was telling me that she was already having the pains with it. Is she pushing with the pains already?
Are you pushing with the thing, hon? Yes.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to look at her vagina and see how close the baby is delivering. See if you can see the top of the baby's head, okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. With each contraction that she has, you need to place the palm of your hand on the vagina. Okay? You want to apply firm but gentle pressure to keep the baby's head from delivering too fast and tearing her, okay? sure you don't drop it, okay?
Okay. Okay, the head's right at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
How's it doing?
Okay, I'm not, hon. I'm not pushing it, hon. I'm not pushing it. I'm not pushing it. Okay, the head's starting to come out now. Okay, hon. Okay, the head's coming out. Okay. Okay.
Okay, just clean his mouth and nose off.
Okay. I can't, sweetie. I can't pull it out.
No, she'll need to push it out, I'm afraid.
Okay, you're gonna have to push, hon. Okay, the baby's coming out. Okay, hon. All right. I got the cord around his neck. I got the cord.
The baby had come out, and when I leaned forward to see him, the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. And at that time, I just thought, there is no way that we're going to lose this baby.
I got the cord.
I just kind of started grabbing for the cord and untwisting it.
Okay, is the baby out?
Baby's out.
Okay, dry the baby off with the first towel. Is the baby breathing?
No.
Okay, tap it on its feet, okay? Tap it on its feet to make sure.
Okay.
Is he breathing?
He's starting to cry now.
There was just this beautiful, most wonderful scream I had ever heard.
Okay, that's great.
We had a crying baby, which is the best sign of a breathing happy one. He didn't realize it, but we were home free at that point.
Now tie the string off with the shoelace that you got for me. About 6 inches from the baby, but don't cut it.
Okay, sweetie, hold on. Hold on.
You don't want to cut the umbilical cord.
Oh, gosh.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Great.
It's a boy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Probably that split seconds when I heard the cavalry come. I could have probably just fell on the floor. I really could have. You don't know the ease that just rushed through my heart.
Congratulations, you did great.
Thank you very much.
Okay, dog. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
As soon as I hung up the phone, my head hit the desk, and I thought, I can't believe I just survived that. I feel like I gave birth myself.
When I was holding my son in my arms, it was just an unbelievable feeling. That was probably the happiest moment of my life.
Mommy. See y'all in a little bit.
He was an angel. He was just an angel to me.
Beth and baby Drew were examined at the hospital and released in perfect health 2 days later.
I knew that when I first met Mike, that he had so many wonderful qualities. And I think after this, I realized that on top of those, he also has a lot of courage. He went into it just as blind as a bat, having no earthly idea what he was going to have to do. And I don't know how he did it. Somehow he pulled it off.
Is that a baby? Is that a baby?
To be able to say that I delivered my son, it's wonderful. It really is. Drew is 7 months old, and he is growing like a weed. He's the most handsome boy that I have ever laid my eyes on.
Hey, how are you doing? Good grief.
When I first dialed 911, I was very, very panicked. And there was just a wonderful voice on the other end.
Hey there.
I've tried to think of the right words to thank Bob Cooper for all that he did. And I just don't think that they make words that big.
Hey there. Hey. We deal with so many life and death situations that don't always go the way we'd like to see them. So every time I see that baby, it brings a smile to my face. Not so sure the fact that we brought a life into the world, it was definitely a pleasant experience when it was over. But getting there was kind of rough. Hey there. How about that?